What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Dose of Reddit. This is your host, Zach, and today's subreddit is r/EntitledParents.
Alrighty, boys and girls.
This story's called Large Entitled Stepfamily Treats My Small Family Like Servants. What can I say? They just seem to find me at the low points in life. Here is another very long, dark memory of my encounter with entitlement. This time with an entire entitled family. Backstory. So after dealing with the fallout from my mother's passing, my father starts dating. My mother and father were only in their 50s at the time of my mother's passing. More than enough time has passed for grief, and I do know my mother begged him to not live his life alone once she was gone. Basically, I see this as a good thing. So behold, after a year or so of dating, I get a new family. A stepmother, stepsisters, the works. And perfect timing because my dad's about to be a grandfather. The new family is quirky. There's some entitlement I spot right off the bat, and the older generation definitely has inherited the worst of the Depression era traits. For example, during summer holiday cookouts, my wife and I get some flack from the oldest generation like,
"Your wife makes more than you and you call yourself a man?"
Yes, she does, and yes, I do. I have a vocational school education, she's got Ivy League college. No crap, she makes more than I do.
Wife's place is in the home raising the kids.
Yeah, sorry. The days of the one-income way of life faded in my father's generation. Also, if they still existed, guess what? It'd be my dumbass at home waiting for my wife to come home from work because she makes more than I do. And two, she's not a good cook. Dad tries to keep the peace, but I tell him that honestly, after vile grandmother, this is nothing. This would come back to haunt me. This goes on for a couple of years. Basically, everything is close to normal. Learned who is normal, who is prissy, materialistic, and who is a stuck-up snob, basic family dynamics. Then the specter of cancer rears its head once again. This time, it's my father. Esophageal cancer. Initial stage 2, but it would eventually prove resistant to treatments and would be inoperable in the lungs, stomach, heart, and spine. Dad was like me, a big dude, 6 foot even, 395 pounds, Army veteran. It won't be till after his passing and see his record that I will learn he's a decorated Vietnam veteran, which honestly now makes sense as he was always a light sleeper, prone to taking the dog on long car trips to New Hampshire at 2 in the morning because he needed to be alone. Never talked to me about his army time. Was adamant that I get a diploma as he dropped out to serve. Anyway, I digress. Big dude. Again, surgery, chemo, radiation. About a year solid of fighting, but again, everything is to no avail. It just wasn't working and it was still spreading. As Dad has gone through this with my mother, he decided to make the hard choices for us while he still could. No more treatments, do not resuscitate, just hospice care. In short, he accepted his fate. Dad went from 395 to 102 pounds during his treatments. He got visits from us every weekend, he got the ins and outs of the Thomas the Tank Engine, and spent time playing with his granddaughter. Too soon, his health turns, and in the end, it would be a blood clot that would take him, which in itself was a mercy. No pain, very quick. Now, days before his passing, Dad asks me to keep the family together, that my stepmom has had some crap go down in her life and needs family support. I agree. My father passed in late 2011. True to my word, I invite the whole family over for Christmas of that year. Seems to be a pattern with me, but as I'm not deeply religious, I see Christmas as a time for friends and family. My wife and I have a nice house. Our bottom floor has an open floor plan, and we use it for entertaining with a big TV, billiard table, full bar, huge sectional sofa, and a big wood stove. We have the space to entertain the family. I provided the food and drinks. I'm cooking all the food. Basically, the family just has to show up and not be a schlong. Well, the first part came to pass, but not the second. First thing, everyone brought take-home containers with them. Okay, odd, but I always make way more food than needed, so while a little presumptuous, not too bad. Now, I hold an old Irish tradition close to my heart. We always set a place at the table for those that could not be with us in hopes that they may join us. For those that need a deeper explanation, a place of honor is set in remembrance of those lost to us. Well, the main table won't seat everyone, so we have a secondary table set up. So I explain the situation that we will have to mingle families across all the tables. I'm immediately looked at like I'm a talking monkey. One of my new step-family members, Stuck Up One, states that they can push together and their whole family can sit at the main table, while we get the other table. The newer generations of the step family, Stuck Up's daughter, remarks that they don't want to mingle with that family, and I can already see I have committed to a cascading cluster lovemaking session that will ruin this day. I tell them about the place of honor setup, and I'm laughed at by just about everyone at the main table. Bear in mind, just a few months ago my dad passed. To make the point that my tradition means screw all, a huge scoop of food is dropped on that plate with a whoops. Guess it's a seat for me from now on. That would be Stuck Up Daughter. Okay, I'm making note of what's going on and I realize why it's happening. My father's gone. I'm not part of this family. Never have, never will be. It's confirmed throughout the evening. Once dinner is finished, everyone goes to the large family room. When my family and I head down, every one of the step family heads upstairs to cram into the living room. When we head upstairs, they all filter back downstairs. I actually stop one of my stepsisters and ask pointedly, "What's going on?" I'm told that they were not sure, that they have never seen their family act like this. I believed her, as she had the same "what the fuck" look as I had. It just snowballs from there. Nobody asks for anything, they just take it. Desserts are consumed before they can be shared, bottles of wine opened and drank, plates left all over the house, spills on the floor left to be cleaned. The old generation is in perfect form. We gave too much to our child for Christmas because we both work. My wife's mother is raising our child. We're horrible parents. The final insults came that night when the step family's oldest took a massive crap everywhere in the bathroom but the toilet and needed help getting out of the bathroom. He received help from his family, but did they bother to clean it? Hell no, they had staff for that now. The day is finally over. Everyone from the step family has left. All that remains is me, my wife, my daughter, and my mother-in-law. This is when we find all the trash, food, plates, and the FUBAR bathroom. We are at our wits' end. Now, having literally and figuratively been crapped on, I called my stepmother and asked what was going on. Here is how the conversation went. "Hey, I wanted to reach out to you to ask about some of the evening's events."
"Oh, did something happen? Everyone loved the food, and it was great to be able to fit our whole family in one place. We are really looking forward to having holidays with you."
Yeah, about that. Something I wanted to bring up. What gives with the not wanting to intermix the families and the disrespect of my tradition? The whole "that family" crack. I opened my house to you all, and this is the respect I'm shown?
Well, we didn't see it that way.
Is that a royal we? Oh, come on, you were right there. You heard them laugh. You heard your sister's daughter quip about how the place of honor was her seat now.
We didn't see it that way.
Okay, how about after dinner? Every time we tried to join you downstairs, you slowly filter out. We join you upstairs and you all head back down. Your family tears into the bar and desserts and left nothing for us.
That didn't happen.
Yes, it did. Ask your own daughter. She was confused by it also.
Why are you saying these misconceptions? None of this took place.
Really? So you all didn't fill your to-go containers while your dad took a crap all over my bathroom? That was a misconception. Oh, and the fact that your family went to help him in the bathroom, they would have seen the crap everywhere. You just left it for us.
He's old, he can't control himself.
So, you knew. I understand he's old, but how is it my responsibility to clean his crap up?
It wasn't that bad.
That's not a freaking excuse. His crap is on the freaking ceiling. Look, I'm used to your parents saying crap like my mother-in-law is raising my kid and I'm not a man for making less than my wife, but this was uncalled for. There was silence on her end. I cannot help but notice that this takes place after my father's no longer here with us, because it's very likely no one would have dared to do this if he was alive. Frankly, your family disrespected my tradition, my family, and my father's memory.
Well, I'll talk to my family about this, but there was no disrespect. Good night.
Now, one would think that this is where all communications are cut off. Nope. I get letters from the step family, each one thanking me for the food, then tearing into me for saying lies about their behavior, denying anything and everything, and called me out for trying to impose my backwards family into their proper family. That I would dare to make them follow a tradition of my family in my house. I was specifically told that my family's lies, they were no longer misconceptions, have ruined their Christmas this year, and that because of this, I was considered persona non grata. Yep, one of the notes said that. My daughter could go to one of their gatherings with my stepmother to keep up appearances for the little one, but we were not invited. This was told to us each time an invitation was extended so we couldn't forget our place. My daughter would not attend anything with them. No way was that going to happen. Soon the invitation stopped and the stepfamily has faded into memory. I couldn't keep my word to my dad. I did try to include them as family, but I think he wouldn't want me to continue after that holiday disaster and their true colors were shown. Our holidays are small now, but no longer are they stressful. I still provide and cook all the food and just enjoy the holiday with my less than proper family. And I still keep the tradition of setting a place of honor for those that could not be there with us. And typically, one of our cats will hop up in the chair to watch the family before settling in for a nap. Well, first off, sucks to have two losses that close together from similar things. Opie's dad here was one BAMF. But it really sucks that your stepfamily had to be that entitled, really. Why is it that second marriages tend to be so bad? At least that's how they're depicted as in stories and stuff like that. Are your standards for just everything lower the second time around? I think that they'd be higher because, I mean, it's not your first rodeo and you've already been through the whole divorce thing and it all sucks, I'm assuming. I've never had a divorce. This story's called, Lady, the tablet's not yours. Hello, strangers. For context, I'm playing on my brother's tablets on the bleachers in the summer camp's gym, waiting to be picked up. My brother went off to do something and he let me use it. The entitled brat just happened to be in my camp. Yippee! Here's the cast. There's me,
Jimmy, the entitled brat.
The entitled mother, Karen.
my brother, let's call him Eddie, staff member, Stuart. Here's the story. I'm sitting in the bleachers playing Fruit Ninja, about to beat my brother's high score, when this 8-year-old looking Jimmy, I was 12 at the time, my brother 10, came up to me and asked me,
Hey, can I have your tablet?
No, this is my brother's and you have to ask him. I doubt he would give it to you anyways.
Come on, he's not here.
No.
Fine.
He stomps away, leaving me thinking that was that. Boy, was I wrong. I go back to playing my game. I was 5 points away from beating my brother. Keep in mind, I'm the kind of guy who doesn't take anyone's crap. After a few rounds of trial and failure, I look up to see Jimmy telling his mom, Karen, something. I think nothing of it and go back to playing. About 20 seconds later, Karen is standing over me. Can I help you?
You have something my son wants. Give it here.
She thrusts her hand towards me, making the gimme gesture. I take this moment to examine Karen. Kind of fit, kind of not. Has a scowl on her face that would make me think she can have her way with anything and anyone. She can have her way with me. It's a joke. And then I see a very smug Jimmy standing behind her. I'm not going to give them what they want. No.
I'm an adult. Give it here.
She said that last part like I couldn't understand English, so I decided to do it back to her. It's my brother's tablet. No.
How dare you talk to me that way?
You're not getting this tablet, lady. Go away. At this point, I want to go back to playing, so that's what I do. Big mistake.
Don't you ignore me.
What do you want?
You know what I want, so give the tablet to me now. My son wants it, and you're too old to be playing childish games anyhow.
Is it just me, or do a lot of Karens on this subreddit say that a lot? If they're so childish, why are you exposing your son to this stuff? She stops for a moment.
I'm an adult. Now give it.
She then tries to take it from me, so I tuck it under my arm. Now go away, raising my voice so maybe people can hear. Jimmy then starts crying and yelling, I want it, I want it, I want it. It's weird how Karen's Hellspawn actually did a better job at getting attention than me. Still saved the day. Edward walks in the scene. What is going on here?
Listen here, kid. We're trying to do something here, so buzz off.
As long as you leave my brother alone. There my little brother is, saving the day, I say very loudly. Lady, leave us alone. Finally, one of the staff members, Stuart, who happened to be wearing a pair of AirPods and doing a shoddy job of hiding them. What is going on here?
These spoiled brats just took my angel's tablet and they won't give it back.
She then went on about some baboon snot nobody wants to hear. The point is, she lied so she can give the tablet to Jimmy. And now, OP and Edward. I was scared I was gonna get in trouble. Jimmy wanted my tablet. I told him no, and now his mom is trying to get me to give it to him. If you want proof, he looks at Karen. Ask if her son knows the code. She went pale.
My baby doesn't need to do that.
Good idea, Edward. Jimmy, put in the code. Well, can you leave us alone now, Karen?
Booty, I can't believe these staff members.
She shouts insults at us as she drags her wailing kid out of the gym. I made sure to thank Stuart and make sure he didn't get fired and back up his side of the story when Karen talked to the boss. That's a story. Thanks for reading, and good night, strangers. Seems these Karens use the same logic behind their thievery in both everyday life and in divorce courts, which they are in a lot, it seems. Because nobody wants to stay married to a Karen. And also because they always be stealing in these divorce courts. Ayo! Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell to never miss an episode.